Yeah.
Right. Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Verona Borough Council Workshop Meeting, July 22nd, 2025. Please, stand up for the nation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for all nations, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Who is on your
I'm
event?
pulling in the lock right now.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Susie.
Here.
Dave.
Here.
Self here, Trish,
Present.
Nancy, President, John,
Present.
and Tim.
Here.
Thank you. There's an announcement here to be made. The contractor has a special product that they must install on top of the concrete on Third Street, the end of Third Street. This product will be installed on Wednesday evening and afternoon. We've also added, because of that project, it was also able to add 2 alleys to the project. Our House Alley and the alley between Brunot and Herring. They will be paved on Thursday. This has been posted on Facebook. Text will go out Wednesday. The additional emergency agenda items. Nothing. No registered comments from the public. This time we'll take comments from the public. Either raise your virtual hand or come to the podium. State your name and address. Try to limit it to 3 minutes, please.
Good evening, everybody.
That's-
Leslie Bermasco, 569 North Avenue. I wanted to thank everybody's effort for what's done so far. It's like smooth, okay? No patching, no divots. But like you said, it's not completed. They just put the stakes. I see they're gonna do tomorrow and the next day, whatever, the finish, and it's grand. So I thank you all for your effort and time. Took a little while, but hey, you know what, progress, not perfection. Thank you.
Thanks, Leslie.
Thank you.
Anybody else? See no virtual hands? We'll go to advisory boards. Due to our borough manager resigning, we had to come up with some way of keeping the business going, keeping the borough going. And we, as a group interview, we decided to go with an interim manager to help us through this process. And we had 4 bids? 4 people bid, and Jason Daly got the bid, and Jason's sitting over here. So Jason's been in contact with Stephanie and Teresa. I'm not sure if he was in contact with Tom, the chief, yet. What's that? Yeah. So he's trying to get the way of the land. So that's what we did there. Anybody has any questions, they can bring them up. Community dinner, you want to talk about it?
I didn't know at community engagement if you guys talked about it or if anyone wanted to share any ideas for next month's dinner.
Let the record show that Mrs. Provenza entered.
Ray, I'll bring that up later. Is that okay?
Very good, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
My apologies for being late. I
That's
had to
okay.
deal with the residents and I apologize.
That's quite all right. Next up would be the mayor.
Yeah, I just have one thing, I was in touch with the owner of the new cafe up there, the pub, whatever. Bar and grill, but yeah, JK. And he had asked if I could bring up about for parking. If we could do the lines like we did around the other business district, it would help considerably. People know where to park instead, you know how people park here, and there's
Yep.
4 foot in between the next car. And I said I would bring it up, and if possible, he's gonna be opening soon, probably within the next 2 months. Hopefully, he said, and if we could get that before the weather comes, I think that'll be a tremendous improvement up there. Along with that, coming in another place to, go eat, what have you.
As long as it's after the road's paved.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
They're supposed to be doing it. I see,
Yeah. Oh, most-
Yeah.
I've seen the counters on the road they put down today and the spray paint on all the, what's going on. So I'm assuming it's gonna be
Soon.
soon.
Well, he had asked, if it's possible to go even on the front street up there. But by, past the cannon there on both sides. And it would be an improvement for us, especially with the businesses that are already there. As far
I
as
personally don't
parking.
have a problem with it. It's everybody else's thought process.
I actually think that the full are honestly,
The original one's in 700.
Yeah.
3 years ago, I think it was, they're
Something like that.
fading, they need to be done, they need to be measured.
Right. I mean, we, put that on the agenda if the board agrees, before the weather comes. Indeed, we're already at the end of July almost.
I suggested we have back at BOV, more accurate timeline,
Right.
it'll be paved and make sure they have.
We gotta do the lines through full crossing anyways while we're out there.
Right.
All right, that's all I have. Thank you.
And being that, that is gonna get paved, we have to also remember, we have to get that area below Union fixed. That area where that concrete is.
Yeah, I think Matt said that he would look into that while they're there paving it, because it's kind of like this.
Yeah, and I've been down there too.
Talk lines out there. Possibility of that new grant that's coming out to GTF. You're putting that towards that from High Street down. Taking them bricks out and he's gonna look into that. He's gonna price compare things.
Right.
So that's still on the radar. Next up would be the borough manager's report.
Yep, I have Stephanie's report in front of me. There are quite a few additional items beyond what is listed on the agenda. I'm just going to go ahead and read all 8 items to everyone. First one, as already mentioned, when Polino started the work on Third, it was discovered it was going to take less work, and we were able to have bonus paving. How often can you say that? So we were able to add Powerhouse Alley in the area between Rodno, Bernat, and Heron. 2, Biolytics. Apparently robotics has been discontinued, so this is a new company that has taken over. We will have the proposal and brochure, and Matt, our engineer, will be able to answer questions at our next business meeting. 3, the audit for 2024 preparations are completed. Auditors will be on site July 24th. 4, SCMP Phase 2. The grant has been revised to remove the windows and doors at the request of DCED. We have added subscription fees for the new police software. We will need to decide if we want to continue with the building security, not have new windows and doors. Stephanie recommends that we still leave that. We do not have the price for the door yet. An edited proposal is included in the packet. Number 5, the pension audit. The PA Auditor General's Office completed the retirement pension plan audit. The audit report will be sent to council once it's completely written up. 6, Act 49. The Act 49 study was completed by Acrisure. Copies of the study were sent to the Personnel Committee and Craig, your solicitor. 7, resident questions. These are answers to the public comments we received at the beginning of the last meeting, the business meeting. The first item was from Sandy S. She asked if the items on the cribs and railroad signs could be included elsewhere, perhaps on the website. So Stephanie suggests we have a tab called Community Events. If we like that, we can ask our lovely internationals to add that before she departs from her internship. The second item is regarding a duplex, which was brought up on Vogel's. She needs to know if it still needs attention. If so, please confirm that with the office. 8 is the June financials. You have the financial documents. The June income is $143,602.87. June expenses is $151,380.62 with the net income of minus $7,777.70. Yes, year to date, we are in positive.
Financial report. What's that? I'm just going down the list.
Yeah, that includes.
Did you want to add anything from either the balance sheet or the 6 month review?
I mean, as of right now, we're actually sitting pretty good. Revenues are at about 67% of the budget. So we got, most of our real estate taxes in. Some of the other stuff is still trickling in, so we have a little bit there. We're only at about 47% of our expenditures for the year. And, sewer fund is at 104,787.94, and that will be paid off by the end of this year.
You said 104.
104,787.94. Yeah, that should be paid off by the end of the year with our policy.
Very nice. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I have.
Thank you. Committee discussions, Parks and Property, Vince?
I have nothing right now except to remind everybody that this year's battle with Borough 7 will be Saturday, August 16th. Gates open at 3 and bell time will be 6 p.m. This year, we will have all the stuff we normally have, but it will be free this year. That's all I have to add.
Thank you.
And you said it was the last.
This is the last KSWA, the wrestling company that we've been using for the last 8 years, is retiring. So it will be the last time they come to run us, so this is 5. This year and only this year. I don't know what's gonna happen next year, but
Is there other groups out there, Vince?
there are, but they're different. They're all different prices and different age groups, like KSWA is different. There other ones aren't, so we kind of have to bet for the company, which we're here to watch videos of them and do. It's still up in the air, we're looking for something, but we don't know what's gonna happen next year, because we might pay double what we normally pay, or we might do the deal, so.
Right.
Just this year, we'll give us free, next year we will. Let everybody know we're not.
Very good, thank you.
Before we pitch KSW, to run me and about 2.5 years worth of shit.
Yeah.
So that's how we knew. And we betted 2.5 years. We made a PowerPoint. It's just a
All right, very good, thank you. Community Relations, Mr. Provenza?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, everyone. Last night, my committee and I met. It was Florida, Long, and myself, and also we had people in the audience, and I thank them for being there. We have had people that have made suggestions to us, and I'm also, of course, going to ask your suggestions. We had comments like they felt that we needed more engagement with the residents here in town, and for active listening also with results to our residents. That was number one. Number two, that we would have a sense of decorum with our residents. Number three, the borough needs to use more social media. For example, if there's going to be road construction, they wanted to know. That was just an example. Number four was text messaging. Not used as much as they thought we should use it. And they said an example of that would be, for instance, if there was to be, and I know it's a bad word, tax increase, they want to know about it and can they at least find out through texting. And the other was website and more community engagement and start using credit cards and with a card machine and pass on the service charge to the customer that's using it, which is what they're now doing in stores and other companies and other businesses. And I'd like to put this out to all of you and ask you, what is it that you would like? We are using text messages. We have 2 electronic signs. We have a billboard up here on the boulevard. What else would you folks, as our residents, what would you recommend? Is there something we're missing? We're trying to cover all the bases, but it's always good to get input from our people and see what you folks would like. So if we're missing something, we'd really like to know, and we'll try to correct it or add it to what we're doing. So if you have any input, please let us know. We would appreciate it. We're all in it together. Thank you.
Thanks, Sylvia.
Yes, sir, you're welcome.
Next up's the finance committee, Tim. I know you gave the report already.
Yeah, that was.
Okay,
I have a question. On the 6-month report, I couldn't figure out under the police special details for 6806, it's a new line item, it's never been. What special detail, do you have any idea?
I do not have an idea what that is right now. I got these yesterday.
Yeah, right,
And
right.
one of them, just like you, didn't have a chance to ask any questions.
Okay,
Paul, would you have any idea on that?
I was asked that, no idea.
What past stuff?
I agree with you, I think for right now, in 6 months, we're not looking too bad.
I mean, there's a couple things on there that are. high.
Yeah. There's a couple things that are high, a couple things that are under.
I
Yeah,
mean, the reason the things are low.
sorry, I couldn't even use
I
that.
said the reason some of those are low is because there's nobody.
Okay.
But,
All right.
yeah, and in actuality, we're not in that bad shape.
And does anybody know if this 6-month report will be posted on the website?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Cause I don't know what's happening, but. A week or 2 ago, I was looking at the website, just sort of. Being curious and looking all around, and I noticed that our finance reports for 2025, the only one that's been posted is from January. Now, that may have changed since I was looking at it a week or 2 ago. But I'd like to see all of our finance reports, on the website for anybody in the public that lives here and take a look at them. Say that. Maybe something can be done about that at some point. Thank you.
Let's just step in and I'll try to talk to her about this, see what we can do.
Thank you.
Next up would be public safety. Listen.
So, had a meeting a week ago, right here, and on Zoom. And we talked about the usual things, traffic calming is always, something that is talked about at the public safety meeting. And I said that I would get in touch with Matt about the signs that I had mentioned 2 meetings ago when he was in Outer Banks. He sent me a text showing me a picture of this great sign with the blue and red lights when you're going too fast, and a big thank you if you're going the speed limit or less. He sent me some preliminary, and I'm not gonna go through all the details right now, but they're expensive. The best one's $6,500. The one that's like what we have already is like $1,400, and there's another kind that's in between, like $4,500, so. I don't think we can get the one with the red and blue lights. But I did look into it. And I apologize because I forgot to ask him about what the process for making ridge on that little section at the bottom one way. But I will do that, before the next meeting. And
I
then,
understand the traffic study might need to be done.
yeah, anyway, maybe he can come here, in 2 weeks or whenever it is and be more specific about that information. So there's that. I also did a little bit of research about those slowdown signs, and it turns out that there is a whole campaign across the area. I don't know if it's countywide or bigger than that. It's called the Slow Down Campaign. And I got in touch with the borough manager at Aspinwall, where I initially saw the signs. And that's when she was telling me about how they learned about this whole campaign, in different towns around the area have these slow down campaigns. And it's very interesting. I had no idea. But I'm getting some preliminary bids on the signs.
If they gauged any type of method of its effectiveness,
To measure, that's a good question, let me write that down,
is it
measure,
working? Have you noticed any difference? Is it-
yeah, yeah, I'll look into.
I mean, I don't know how,
know
if
how
it's
to
only
do it.
like a couple $100 for the signs, it's not a big deal, but I mean,
Right.
if it works, something that might deter people.
She sent me a copy of their invoice, I didn't ask for that, they got 25 signs for $1,400 and I bought them. So, I got one quote that they were only $27 per sign, but still a little over $600. I asked for, there's 3 different settings, so, 8 sets of 3. Would be like $650 or something like that. So, but I wanna find that, out, it's good point, and I will ask about that. And, but she puts an article in whatever their newsletter is a few times a year, and they stress it especially at the beginning of school and the end of school. And apparently, some of the businesses have chipped in because they're interested in seeing the traffic slowing down, but I suppose anybody could chip in if they wanted to. So that's one way of dealing with the cost. And so anyway, I have this information, I can send it, I just got it this afternoon, so I can send it out to you guys later and have more information at our next meeting. What else? Oh. I know that, we don't have a per se a police chief report tonight. But I know that there's been something going on with cameras. And I didn't know, chief, if you wanted to say a little something about where we are with the cameras.
We saw the quote for for approximately $800 to fix the issues with the cameras at second and center, third and center, and then the 2 cameras which failed, they were fixed. The root cause is potentially the power surge. I mean, you guys know. And then April wreaked havoc on town, and then the number of transformers the past couple months appears to be power surge related. In doing that, did determine that the reason our cameras are so slow or just freeze up all the time, computer that it's on is operating on Windows 7. So, yeah, we have to replace that. Because we can't effectively look at the cameras.
Did we get any cost on that, Tom?
He is writing something up in my email to you guys, 2 areas of concern. I mean, was the back hallway blind? We should bring prisoners through there instead of the front, someone's working and bringing someone screaming, yelling and all sorts of carrying on. You guys don't need to hear that. We should be going to the back door. It's a liability thing. Our body cameras don't always capture everything. You should have another set of eyes on that hallway. And then also the parking lot on the other side of the building. There's no camera there. It's our parking lot. We really should have camera on our property.
He didn't give you any estimate, Ralph.
He's writing it up. On a side note, they're extremely busy right now. DA is on this initiative. He wants to inundate the whole area with more cameras, more cameras, more cameras. And update the system. Because, quite frankly, crime's on the rise in the eastern suburbs, and that's one of his big initiatives right now. I had a meeting with him 2 weeks ago about that. And hopefully there's some grant money for that.
I was just gonna ask, is there anything out?
Yeah, with those 2 cameras and then the window, operating system being upgraded. We need to, update the number of, can't think of the term, it's in the email, I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. We have to, it's oh, go on.
Modem,
Router,
Okay.
yes, for 16 cameras, because right now it only holds 8. We added 2 more. They suggest to go to 16 because of, growth, potential growth, adding more cameras. So he's doing a quote for that, and then some other things, other issues that may come up down the line regarding cameras.
Well, is this stamp program that we did?
Now that's doesn't include any of this. I'm not sure why the computer was never included in that.
So this is for stuff we have now and
Yes.
upgrading what we have.
That grant is specifically for Riverbank Park and the dock and and maybe something else I can't remember off the top of my head, but
This is something totally new.
it's something totally different. So the issues that we've had with the cameras, when we know why, because it's running on Windows 7.
Well, when you get the,
I'll pass it along, but like I
Pass it
said,
along, we'll go from
they're
there.
they're pretty busy right now, Davis, and hopefully within the next week or 2, I'll ask.
I wonder though if it could be added, I mean, has this been sent in already?
I don't know.
It was due in June.
Oh. Cause I'm not sure what's going here with this last thing, it was gonna be 98,000 or 90,000, whatever it says. And then we crossed it off, so. I don't know how possible it is to adjust.
Well, but the thing is, we don't even know the price, the cost.
No, but
Yeah.
if it comes in the next day or two, we could inquire about that. I don't know, it's just an idea.
Well, let's ask Stephanie to resolicit the application. I know we have to minimally make one decision regarding the doors and windows. So if it's possible to do that.
We'll call him tomorrow morning and see if we can expedite it, but. He's gonna break it down because I had him look at the cameras inside the building. They're in good shape and they can be integrated with the other cameras in the borough, and that's where the new router comes into play. We can put everything all in one system instead of making two different systems. He's gonna put that in both as well, to break it down in phases, try to implement these changes.
Very good, thanks.
Do we know how these figures were come up with? How did she determine? Do you have any?
No idea.
Do you have what figures? Which ones?
For the stamp phase 2 grant request, there's. I mean, like 8 to 10 different things with prices that go with that.
We have quotes.
You do have
Yeah.
from one company, different companies.
For the things that we apply for different, we have quotes, because it's not all from the same company, that's right,
Okay.
they're from different companies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well. Yeah, I don't know, it seems to me like. Some of these terminology to me would be like update computer equipment. In-house and vehicles.
I did see that seemed a little redundant to me,
Even one here says update video recorders within the police station and add 4 cameras inside the building.
I
I don't know if she added all this.
I don't know what that is, but regarding the software, I got the quotes for that. Some of that seems too redundant. Quotes on there, so I'm not sure what that is. It should be software. And then the added software for electronic ticketing.
Well. I just think this is a possibility. Yeah. Thanks, Rich. Okay. Unless anybody has any questions for me about public safety, that's my report.
I have one question or comment.
Okay.
Driving down by Ridge in Selden. That speed limit signs down there, the stop sign,
I looked up video, I can't tell who did it.
is it, I see it wasn't
It's
working.
bent.
Oh, it's bent.
Yeah, the pole's bent. It needs replaced.
I just seen that yesterday and I didn't know.
Yeah, a larger truck took the turn in the middle of the night, about 2 a.m. and clipped it. And bent it. But I can't
Is it
make out a plate.
eye damage?
The sign, you mean the electronic display?
Yeah,
Honestly, I have no idea.
okay.
But I did want to bring up something regarding public safety and
Oh.
the earlier comment regarding one of the properties of Vogel's. I did make contact with the property owner of Dead End of Vogel's, and that weeds and such will be addressed shortly.
Awesome, thank you. By DPW,
No, but the proper new property owner.
yeah, thanks, it's good news.
Just got a text
Yeah,
about the road construction. Anything else for Nancy? Thanks, Nancy. Next up will be strategic planning, Trish Ridley.
Thank you, Mr. President. My committee did not have a formal meeting this month because we were tired. Submitting our safe streets and bridge all federal grant application. However, we did squeeze in time with Rachel's assistance. We submitted a pre-application, possibly assistance from our friends at Friends of the Riverfront for the TASA federal grant. That is the Transportation Alternatives Set Aside Program. So the pre-application was relatively short. I forwarded it to all of council. This would be a collaboration with Oakmont and would potentially bring infrastructure improvements that enhance safety and accessibility for active transportation users from Plum Street to Wildwood. We're asking what total project cost we estimate to be $2,847,015. So we're asking the federal government for 1.5 million. If our pre-application is selected to continue, that full application will be due in fall and will require coordination with that. I just wanted to put that on your view's radar. Obviously, we'll be matching that with other grant sources, non-federal in the state. I also forwarded an email from Nat. If you didn't already see, Allegheny County has opened applications for a GDTF grant application. That's the Gaming Economic Development Tourism Fund. So because we just received that yesterday, I didn't put it on as an agenda item. However, that will be opening in August and 2 weeks. So if you have ideas for that grant, which is focused on trying to find a description. Improving infrastructure, promoting local economic activity, promoting community safety, improving civic and recreational facilities. Please bring those ideas to discuss in this meeting. I know it's on the agenda later under announcements, but I hope everyone can attend the next and final VOP public meeting within this round of grant funding, which will be next Tuesday, July 29th at Steel City Rowing at 6 o'clock.
Thank you very much.
So I just wanted to mention. Preliminarily in the email you sent about the GETF, there are a couple of ideas on there. And I just wondered if people who didn't have time to email had thought of other things. You know, tonight that we could talk about. We could.
That's what I was talking about now with Matt today, about Union from High Street down. Taking the brick out, redoing that whole thing.
Okay, so see, I didn't know that's good.
Just gonna look at that and some other paving.
Yeah, there was, do you remember how much this we can get on that?
$150,000 or more must be shovel ready.
Okay. Well, I think Union shovel ready. The other ideas I saw in the email was a new public dock or something like that, with fixing it someday, whatever. And also something about the siren. I was a little confused by that because I
The
could
siren
hear
that
my
they have-
siren just fine.
The fire whistle that the fire department have up there now, it's old. And they were looking into getting a grant to update the siren where they could program it. And lately, we've been getting in the last, 3-4 years, tornadoes, warnings, and one hit down at Holland Park, as you know, and up the river a couple years ago up in Lower Borough. And it would, the chief could program it to where when there's a countywide alert that goes out from the National Weather Service, and we would educate the people on that. he would set it off so people are aware to, be aware. Listen to your radio or TV, and it can do different things that, from what he explained, different tones for different alerts. And the siren that they do have, the Ray would know, it's, kind of old also.
Oakmont has something similar to that.
Right.
Also. That's for lightning strikes
Right.
and everything.
Could you get feedback, Ray, from the fire department ahead of the business meeting
So,
on that idea?
this is the first I heard anything about
I know, I'm saying next.
it. I understand you.
Thank you.
I'm just thinking that whole siren, we have to spend at least $150,000. Now, my question is, can we do one project, or does it have to all be on one project? And I'm
I asked Matt that today, and he wasn't perfectly clear if you could do. Cause I asked him about possibly doing some streets and maybe a cut, new cruiser or two. Some things that you can't do vehicles. And there's certain stipulations.
Okay, see, I thought it was, different projects that leads up to 150,000.
That was my understanding of this.
I thought it had to be like specific, like public works projects on there that would be like,
Yeah,
such as the fire whistle and maybe the public dock.
You might be.
I don't know
able
if you
to-
can lump them both together.
You might be able to do. Several projects as long as they're. Related.
Similar nature.
He listed the specifications, it has to be. To improve civic engagement for, parks, towns infrastructure, stuff like that. So as long as it's, if it's several different infrastructure repairs, I think that probably.
I think they did list public safety too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would fall into that
I
category.
mean, infrastructure covers a.
Yeah.
Huge chunk of everything.
a broad term, yeah. Well, it sounds like all these ideas that people have said would fit under there, and I just think it's great news that this grant showed up. And of course, we're presuming that we would get it. I hope.
I'm hoping you think.
Yeah, so, yes, I'll help in whatever way I can to make that happen.
We have to make a decision though, because shovel ready means that there has to be blueprints and
Ready to go.
plans.
Matt is working on some things, like I said.
Okay. Okay, well, sorry, I just had some questions.
Is that it?
That's it.
Nancy?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good.
Next up, for
Okay,
person.
if we go, I did a little bit of research on the 401, 182 line item of $6,800. And it seems that it applies to the police pension liabilities. I'll find out more tomorrow. So Stephanie, when she talks to Rhonda, for my research right now.
Okay,
That's what I found out.
thank you.
Thank you. Will you send us an email with more information?
As soon as I have it, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Next up, John, Personnel Committee.
Thanks, Craig. So last week, the Personnel Committee convened, first and foremost, to interview the new potential part-time police officer. We're gonna have a motion to hire this officer here tonight. His name is James Core. That motion is pending the results of the background check. So we have that on the agenda here this evening. We also had a meeting after that, the Personnel Committee meeting. We are in kind of final preparations here on the handbook. There are still some, outline questions that we have to finalize on the handbook. With regards to sick time and PTO and that kind of stuff. So we're still trying to get that resolved. We are still developing the citizen complaint policy form as to how it is handled, the process as to how we how it's delivered into the borough, who handles it, how the complaints are administered and processed and acted upon quickly. So we are devising a policy on that and hopefully we can get that going very soon, because again, the intent is to, it's part of our intent to listen to the public. We want to be able to respond quickly to your concerns. We're here as elected officials, you're the boss, the people are the boss. So at the end of the day, we have to respond to you. And that's what the idea here is. We want to do it quickly. So we're trying to get that done. We're working on an organizational chart that we're gonna try to post online. We had a discussion on police salaries, so we're gonna, we're trying to really got an extensive discussion on that. The chief was present. Basically, that's it. That's all I have. Our next meeting will be third week of August.
Thanks, John. Next up, ordinary items, motion to accept the minutes from April 8th.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Next up, we have a motion to approve agreement with Daily Operations Consulting LLC.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Next, I need a motion to accept the resignation of Joseph Lurera as code enforcement officer.
I will make that motion.
Second,
Any questions? All in
I
favor?
just want to say thank you to Joe.
Yes.
I agree. I thank Joe for his service to Verona. We appreciate everything he's done.
Now we don't have the code enforcement.
Yeah, what happened to him?
We'll hold public comments to the end.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Next, we need a motion to approve a handicap parking sign at 707 Maple.
Make that motion.
Second.
Any questions?
Well, I just wanted to check with the chief. Will this be the first one under
No.
the
I didn't know about it.
policy?
There's already one been in place already, since the policy has been enacted.
Oh, but this will still be under the policy?
Like, it never came to me, so
Well, how are you gonna handle that?
Where did it come from?
Which one? You talk about the handicap sign?
Yeah.
707 Maple.
That's the one you gave me last meeting. It wasn't on the agenda.
that
For this, because we did
I
one
have
last.
one that I already approved. That was on Penn Street, 500 block Penn Street. I didn't.
That's the one I remember from last meeting.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah.
Penn.
This
Yeah.
this is,
No, Penn, I just got 2 days ago.
so since the policy, which by the way, I forgot to mention, might need a couple of revisions. Cause you make a policy and then you start using it, and then you realize what needs to happen, but. There was one, the night that we approved the policy, we decided that person was not under the policy. Then,
I thought that was Maple. Is this Maple?
Yes.
was that Maple? I thought we approved it that night.
No, we approved one of them, and I had another one, but it wasn't on the agenda. We were supposed to wait until the workshop.
All I know is the only one that has been approved under the current policy you guys passed is 500 block Penn Street, which has since been put in place.
All right, we'll look into it and get it straightened out for the next meeting.
Okay, well, we can still, can we approve this and then go back, or should we table this until the next meeting?
I think we tabled this one last.
Is it the same one though?
I think they need their handicap sign, would need to prove. They've already waived. If I was handicapped and I applied and it's taken. Money,
I think at this point, we approved and just let it go through.
right?
Yeah.
Was it $20? What's the fee?
Yes.
And I'm not worried about the fee, I'm worried about the process and the renewal, you know, looking at it 2 years from now and.
And 2 years from now, they'll be under the policy. You can sign up. Then we need to approve.
Without my agenda from last meeting, I don't know what the address was. I don't think I'm so organized with what I tell people. And, not.
Yes, there was motion to approve the handicap parking spots now for 707 Mason
Okay.
For last meeting.
for last meeting.
Okay, so if we approved it last meeting,
No, we tabled it last meeting.
okay,
That's why I'm saying we have to approve it now.
all right, got it, thank you.
We have a motion and a second. Any other questions? All in favor? Opposed? Next up is a motion to hire James Core as a part-time Verona police officer contingent upon successful completion of a background check. I'll make that motion. Motion by John, second by Sylvia. Are there any questions?
I don't think there's this ad that they have to work. Or
What's that?
even if the background check comes in, if they don't work a day, we don't want to go into the same situation we were where. Had an officer not work, but he didn't resign, and now he's still on. So does not have that happening. He has to work. Put in a day's work and
Yeah,
resign.
I understand what you're saying. Put in the motion that it's contingent upon starting work here. Because we approved someone working before and they declined the job and they came back.
And he didn't resign, so we just ended up on the big one, which doesn't hurt, but we don't wanna have that be the normal.
Are you suggesting to change the wording?
Yeah.
This,
That's what I said.
I'm not.
Contingent that he-
I-
Contingent that he works one shift.
At least one. shift.
Yeah, at least he gets on the schedule.
So the motion now reads, motion to hire James Core as a part-time Verona police officer contingent upon successful completion of a background check and contingent that he works at least one shift.
Per week.
No, he's just saying one shift.
Yeah, so.
Just to get on the system.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Then he has to resign or we let him go.
yeah.
Any other questions? All in favor? Opposed? Passed. Next up is announcements. Tricia already said about the block meeting. Sylvia, the newsletter and stuff, from the ministry and stuff.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Newsletter. We are currently working on the final stages of our newsletter. And this is the issue, the autumn issue that will cover September, October, and November. And the ads and the articles are due on Friday, August the 1st. For articles, you can reach our editor, Dawn Work, at 412-828-3607 or at veronanewsroom@gmail.com. And for ads, I can be reached at 412-828-7726. Chamber of Commerce, the next meeting is going to be held on Tuesday, August the 19th at 7 p.m. And I have to ask the chief, is the meeting here in the Borough Building?
No, Hula Bar.
That will be at the Hula Bar. Thank you, sir. Twin Borough Ministries, the next community dinner, which will be held on Wednesday, July the 30th at the Verona Methodist Church from 4:30 till 6:30. And subject on the dinner, our council, we are doing the hosting of that dinner. And, I talked with Shirley today, as a matter of fact, and she gave some suggestions for different venues that would be good for summer. So I think, maybe before we close the meeting off tonight, maybe we could just quickly discuss it as a council, if you have a few minutes.
Can we do that now?
Pardon me,
Can we talk about it now, since you brought it up?
Ray, you
That's fine.
bring it up? Okay, options were, it is summer, you don't want super heavy foods. So she said maybe hot dogs, beans, salad, dessert. That's one menu. Maybe chicken with macaroni and cheese, a vegetable, a dessert. So we have a few options. And if anyone else has a suggestion, she's certainly open to it. So we need to think about this and make a decision. Because that meeting will be, soon. So if we can put our heads together here and come up with a menu, I can let her know.
What date did you say, Sylvia?
Well. the,
Last
meeting-
Wednesday in August.
Last Wednesday in August.
meeting I was talking about is our current meeting, which is Wednesday, July 30th. The meeting for us would be August,
Oh, I'm talking the dinner.
yeah, that's what I'm looking.
August 27th.
Thank,
Yes, August 27th, the last Wednesday of the month. But she doesn't like to wait till last minute, I understand that. So we can come up with a menu. She needs to know what we have in mind.
Well, I always like to look back at what we've done the last 2-3 years, and I know that Tim and Vince have taken care of the dinner in the last couple of years. And that was well thought of and eaten. And then before that, as a non-meat eater, it's hard for me to get behind chicken or hot dogs, but I'll go with the majority. And just figure out something for myself, but I don't know. I think some people are okay with hot dogs, some people it's kind of like tired, so. Who has other ideas of what they eat in the summer that involves meat?
I also appreciate that we moved away from hot dogs, thanks for the inspiration, Vince and Tim. I was going to suggest this year that we possibly feature something community gardens, such as herbs. We have a lot of certain herbs, and we can also source some other vegetables from neighboring community gardens. What that translates to, I don't know yet. I'm not a World Heritage chef, but I just wanted to suggest something in action.
Anybody else?
I'm good with whatever.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm good with.
And then I know that when we did do hot dogs 3 or 4 years ago, the mayor went to Sam's Club and bought everything. And then we just paid you. Is that how we did it?
Yeah, that was about 3 years ago or so.
Something like that.
We still have a Sam's Club membership.
Yeah.
Sure, Shirley does.
So it's like, so,
We always do spaghetti meatballs.
it's another one.
Spaghetti meatballs and stuff. You don't want to do. Like I said, I'm going crazy over this. I want to give somebody else a chance.
Thanks.
Spaghetti meatball salad sounds good.
As you all can tell, I'm not a very picky eater.
Chef John. Well, we need to think about this and we need to, come up with a solid answer.
Well, this can be discussed, I guess, on email or at our business meeting. I don't know.
think about it, we can do one or the other.
3 weeks to our next meeting.
Yeah, if you tell Shirley ahead of time. Something John Eagles, say, seats. But at least that's stuff stuff back. In case the mayor's along the same spot.
You always got Restaurant Depot too.
Well, she's always.
Yeah, she's the one, yeah.
She's got out there 2 times a year. Well, we have our money together.
Okay, well, let's, shall we move on? Yep. Okay, thank you. Historical Society, Rhoda has a trip planned to St. Anthony's Chapel in Troy Hill here in Pittsburgh. It will take place on Saturday, August the 2nd. And if you're going, please be at the Borough Building at noon, and the tour will be at 1 p.m. Also, there is a $5 donation to go on this tour.
It is a very informational tour. I've been
Yes.
on it. It's
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, that's a wonderful trip. Been there. and
With all the bones of all the saints and what have you. Fragments and shit stuff.
Sure, I haven't missed anything. I think that's it, and I do see your ARB Preservation Association plan is available at the Verona Borough Building website under planning documents. So if you'd like to look, that's where you will find. And are there any questions or comments?
I have a couple of other announcements. Okay.
If not, this concludes my report.
Thanks, Shirley.
Thanks, Celia.
You're welcome.
Just want to remind people that before our next meeting will be National Night Out on August 5th. I think it's from 5:30 to 7.
Right.
Okay, and also something about backpacks or back to school or
Yeah,
something.
it's with, in conjunction with PTO, kids, school supplies, oh, excuse me, school supplies, the kids.
Okay, is there anything more you would like to say about that?
No, it's free food for the kids, there's entertainment and games.
That's the blessings for backpacks.
What's that?
You got the blessings for backpacks.
No, we're doing it in conjunction with the church with all of that.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's August 5th, 5:30 to 7. Also. Sorry to steal your thunder, I wanted to bring up on the 31st. I'm having a community meeting here in Chambers at 6 o'clock. Regarding the police department, a number of people have asked what's going on, they want to know updates, so. Figure we'll have a meeting and discuss it. Give a chance to community event. In a controlled, respectful forum. On what they want to hear, see, comments, critiques, concerns, stuff like that.
Very good. Any other announcements?
Yeah, Ed, you want to mention August 9th?
Oh, Clark Cruise.
Yeah, before our next
It'll be
meeting.
for the Chamber, that's right, we don't have a meeting, Chamber of Commerce 29th Annual Clark Cruise. Starts from 4 to 7:30, 4 to 8 actually,
Date was that?
August 9th, Saturday, second Saturday in August.
Those are just, a couple of events that are coming up that I want to make sure we said here at the meeting.
Someone get me a graphic or something. Sounds.
Yeah, actually, I
Thank
wanted
you.
to dash black will be in this week. Copy it.
Well, it has to be so.
Any other announcements?
No announcements, but I have one other thing after we're done with announcements. Before we go.
That
I guess some people were wondering what our plan is while we are looking for a new code enforcement officer. So I had said last time something about the chief. We can do some of that work, but is there anything more you can add to that?
I've been filling in as needed, let's put it that way.
Okay,
Um. That's about it, you know, I'll get a complaint, I'll address it.
okay, so it'll basically be a complaint driven situation until.
Well, for the most part, there are some properties that have been neglected a lot longer than others that have been heavily enforced. Church Street, Third, are two prime examples.
Is that something that Jason can work on while he's doing the interim, or you can work with helping with Tom, or trying to, till we get either you or Tracy or something, get us an ad and everything for code enforcement?
Yeah, I had a meeting today with Stephanie and Teresa. The code enforcement piece, the property maintenance side of that is certainly one piece. The other piece is the rental registration and inspection program that the code enforcement officer is also involved with. So that's a different angle, for that position, and there's inspections and registrations due within the next week or two. So that'll certainly be a top priority as soon as I start.
All right. Thank you.
And just to clarify, his resignation is not effective until the 31st, so there's been overlap.
That's a good thing, then.
Yes.
Anything else? We'll open it up to comments from the public. Please approach the podium or raise your virtual hand. Clearly state your name and address.
On 636 Third Avenue. I was just asked this just a second ago. It's been noticed that the doggy doo stations on Cribbs Field there are missing. Are they gonna be put back?
From my understanding, the one on Second Street by Cribs was taken down because people were leaving debris in there, not just dog products. They were leaving like cat litter, bags of cat litter, and the people that were cleaning it out. It was pretty heavy, I guess, once it got wet.
Okay, I just think it's a good idea to rethink that and maybe make some effort to put signage there or something to educate the public, because it seems like that's like one step backwards in keeping the borough clean. They were really working, and I think it's a good idea. Okay, that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I add to that?
Yeah,
So there are signs on the pole that says dog waste only, people disregard them. And at this point, we can't technically put the can back on the pole until the pole is removed and re-cemented back into the ground, because people were putting so much stuff in the can. It bent the pole when it's hanging out over the sidewalk.
Are there any cameras near there? To pick up something?
Probably working.
those cameras were one of the ones that
Too
were
far
broke.
away. We don't have any aimed right at the middle of the block there.
Well, sorry to hear that, but that's,
I suggest that in the meantime, there's a garbage can at either end of the park by both gates, so they could use that. I think there's 4 garbage cans around the perimeter of the park. If you try to stuff those full, it'll take a lot. So I suggest people use that until we figure out those.
all right, thank you.
Because the bags are still.
Yeah, the bag should be available. We're having a problem with that too. We fill the bags up and 4 hours later, 500 bags are gone. Somebody is targeting the doggy waste stations, only on the hilltop. Lower Verona, it's fine.
They're doing it on spite.
Sure.
Lower Verona is fine. It doesn't get filled up. I've seen people open it up and see if it's half full and then they carry it house. They're respectful. I don't know what's going on Second Street. Somebody is jaded up there doing it on purpose.
Anybody else?
Seven 735 Third Avenue. I just really have a comment that might lead to a solution on this doggy station, and that would be, instead of having that be an open container, why not put a lid on that that can't be open and just a slot that's big enough for dog do? But that eliminates
Then they're gonna dump the litter.
bottles and cans and
It would have to be,
big
it
bags of cat litter.
would have to be small enough to not let poor cat litter.
Yeah, I guess my understanding is they're cleaning the cat litter box out, putting it in a bag, and then when they go to lift it out, I guess it starts to rip and, starts to fill up and.
I've personally seen bags of yellow liquid.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know what it was, but they are. So I don't, I think even if we lock it, but we're gonna find a way to put it in a baseball bat. Or do something. We've emptied it, we've tried emptying it every day, and an hour after we empty it, it's filled.
So then our only solution is to get cameras on that. And
Let me ask
force
you,
those.
it's a garbage can. What would I charge them with? They're putting waste in a garbage receptacle.
Unlawful garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Jerry, 759 Struggle, I just wanna say, we still have Kennywood ticket for sale. We're selling until September 6th, so if you want Kennywood ticket, this could be the last year. With discounted ticket, we have to get rid of them, you can pick it up from Off the Rails. And Verona News, and there's a QR code on the Verona Chamber Facebook page, you can pay it and then pick it up either at the Verona News or Off the Rails. And also, the chamber was getting something from the railroad to pay for the Christmas lights. And Chamber has done a really good job raising money, thanks to Rhoda and Tom. We have almost $6,000 now to revitalize the Christmas lights on ARB. But by losing this railroad grant, they decided to give to another organization, we can really use some help. So if any residents want to donate like $5 to $20, there's 2,800 people live in Verona. So if half of people donate about $5 to $10, we can get enough money to revitalize the Christmas light, and it will be great for the business district. So a lot of the business have donated a lot of money for different things already. So we really asking for the help of the residents to help us revitalize and make the holiday more festive. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sherry, don't you guys also have adopt a light pole?
Yeah, that's the money we raised. We raised almost $6,000. Thank you to Tom and Rhoda. So it's a great effort.
Yeah.
But by losing that railroad grant, it's huge. It gives us a big deficit as well. So if everybody chipped in $5 to $20, from the resident, we're not asking for much, but it will really help the business district. And then the chamber does a lot for the community, and we just ask for a little bit of help here, so. And then you can send the money, put it in the envelope, give it to the police station, but make sure you mark it's for Christmas lights.
Jerry, I have a suggestion. Why don't you write a little article and we'll put it in the newsletter? It'll go to the whole community and everybody will know about it.
Okay, we have to make a deposit soon, that's why I'm asking. So, newsletter comes out in October, so we have to make a deposit, we're hoping to put these
It's
lights up.
gonna come out in September.
Oh, cool, alright, that's cool, alright,
Yeah. If you'll do that, that would be a help.
alright, that sounds great, thank
Thank
you.
you.
I have a suggestion. We were talking earlier about, potential grant items. That would be something we should put in this. It falls under all the categories.
Yeah.
It falls under lighting, public safety.
Nice, thank you.
Can I elaborate on that? That's fantastic, that'd be great. So Rhoda and I have a company, it's actually cheaper to go, the same company that does oak ones. Came in, we went around town to get a plan in place. We applied for that grant for $50,000 to toss up if we get it. But our goal is new lights from the Doughboy to James Street on the Boulevard, then center, south, and James, and then along East Row. That's essentially our business district. Obviously, with the $10,000 the railroad promised us took back, it's hindered our ability. But we do have a plan in place to do a multi-tier approach to doing this every year, trying to build upon this year. So far, like you said, we have about $6,000. We're have to place an order in next week after that, I believe it is, to have it in time for Christmas. But that would be great. We're still trying to think outside the box. Rhoda's a force to be reckoned with. We're trying to get bigger corporations like PNC, stuff like that, to hey, give us a couple $1,000s. But ideally, I think the total scheme of everything was, I don't have it in front of me, it's in my binder, $35,000 for everything. And that is every flagpole that we own will have some type of Christmas decoration, alternating from garland with white lights, the bow on top, and the next one would be just a lit wreath with white lights. I believe some bulbs or something in it. They would alternate every other one. For ARB East Road, and then the perpendicular streets.
You don't know what company. It's not Gordian, is it?
It's whoever Oakmont uses. They were actually the cheapest.
Well, it's not Gordian.
Surprisingly, they were the cheapest in some of the catalogs.
Yeah, I've been looking at lights for a couple of years. Just the.
Dawn, do you know?
Was it Planscape?
Yes, that's what it was. Landscape.
Landscape?
Yes.
Okay.
I know Gordian's wreath, so like a 3-foot wreath, it's like $1,000.
Oh. And I forgot to mention, I've seen Nancy eating something other than vegetarian stuff before. She just wants a lot.
I just think we should add that to the list.
Eating
It needs to be shovel ready. There's ways around that.
We have the estimate.
Well,
We have
it has to be shovel ready. I believe it would have to be a project. Just not, I don't think it would be half a chamber.
Right.
We can pick up like a block on one side of the street, so whatever's feasible.
I wonder if we could put multiple projects, like the lights, the dawn,
That's
and
still
the
the
whistle,
that's Matt.
all of it. And to lump it into one.
If we label it as like a public safety initiative.
That'd be awesome.
Sure. I mean, it would take us something close to the 150,000 mark, I would say, maybe a little bit more.
And then one last thing. Christmas in July, interview is this Friday for Lower Valley Athletic Foundation. So, if you guys can attend, that'd be great.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh.
Thanks for announcing.
Oh, and I thought of another one, the fire hall is having their toy cards on July 26th. I believe.
Spaghetti dinner.
Spaghetti dinner, fundraiser,
Open house.
yeah. Lot going on in Verona.
Okay,
Fun.
we got one more person. Leanne, you're up.
Okay, I have two things to say today. The first one is, I guess it's more of a question first. Did they remove both dog waste containers or just the one on 2nd Street?
Just 2nd Street.
Okay, so there is one on the other side of Cribs, on the alley side. So if anybody needs to use one, they can use that one. It's behind where that, like the swings in the playground are, over there on that side of Cribs, not on 2nd Street.
Thank you.
And the second thing, with just being transparent, I'm sure a lot of you know that I have issues going on right now. I do want to reach out and say that some of council has reached out to me and offered an apology about a conversation that children heard that they should not have heard. So I do appreciate reaching out for that. I do want to let everybody know that my husband, myself, and my child decided to not take that meeting because of other things that have transpired, and we just didn't think that it was going to be beneficial. But we do appreciate you guys reaching out, and I just wanted to keep things completely transparent. So I appreciate it.
Thank you, Leanne.
Thank you.
Thanks, Leanne.
Anybody else? Take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by, John, Tim, second by Sylvia, any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you, son. Have a safe trip.
I'll send you the little art right up.
Okay.
Hey, Sherry.
Hold on, it's coming.